I got some exciting news and I hope you are just as excited as I am. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin. For those of you who are new here, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. So I got some exciting news. I have found a place to live, and that means a part 2 of how to plan out your move in a bullet journal is coming to you. So I need to figure out exactly how to move out. So I've done the research part, I've found the place, and that's part 1 of the video. So if you haven't seen that, I'll link it up for you guys as well as in the description box down below. But this one is going to actually be planning out the move. What do I need to do to make sure that I'm ready for the move-in day, and what do I need to do after I move in as well? So I'm just gonna hop right on into the video, but make sure to stay tuned to the very end where I shout out one of you guys. To make sure that I'm really organized for this time of the move, I have decided to first set up a page for a master to-do list in my journal. Here's where I'm going to organize all of the stuff that I need to get done over the next 3 weeks and make sure that I can check them off slowly and the stress does not arise. So I've blocked off different sections here every single week for the next 3 weeks until my move-in date, and then I've also left a little section at the very end for post-move-in tasks. Now, this is the very first week here that I'm going to be starting to do things to prep for my move. And one of the things that I want to make sure I get done is measuring out the house, making sure I find an internet provider, and start going through the boxes in my garage and packing some things that are off-season items or things that I generally don't use a lot of all the time. So I have a box of books and records already packed up for my move. The bottom box here, I just don't know quite yet what to do, but in my research, some suggestions are if you're moving out of your own home into a brand new one. So for me, I'm moving out of my family's home into my own house, so this wouldn't be applicable for me, but you might want to start eating up all of your fresh food. And then that's one less thing that you need to bring along with you and one less thing you need to worry about for your moving in. In the post-move-in tasks, I want to make sure that I get a whole bunch of the living room, kitchen, all of the supplies that I have packed up, unpacked within the first 2 weeks of moving in. And then of course, make an IKEA run for the things that we might not actually have and need. One thing to make sure with that when we go to IKEA and we start figuring out exactly what we want to get, let's say maybe we're missing a side table, we're going to want to know the dimensions of the room that we are in. So I've decided to put a blueprint here of all of the rooms that is in this place we're living. So the main floor here, you can see I've just done a regular layout. I've ended up coloring in things like the cupboards, the island, fridge, and then putting in the exact amount of measurements. All of the items will be linked in the description box down below for you guys, so if you're interested in seeing what I used to do for these spreads, just check it out down there. Now, on the bottom here for the basement, you can see that I've left a spot for dimensions. This is where I'm going to be putting in the dimensions of the furniture. So right now we have 2 couches, and we've just labeled them a little design picture of what they look like and then how big they are. So when I'm planning things visually in my head, I'm gonna be able to see, okay, this couch, it's 6 feet wide, so I'm gonna need to make sure I find a spot that at least is 6 feet. I did this for every single room that we have, so the master bedroom is what you're seeing here now. And I've left that dimensions box just at the bottom so that we can start filling things in along the way. There's my girlfriend's office all laid out and she can play around with the design herself. But the one that I am most excited for moving into is my own office because I am currently working at home. So my office, if I can say that, in my bedroom. So I roll out of bed, my desk is right there, I log onto my work computer, and there we go. But in this new place we're living, I have a dedicated room for my office. So I'm very, very excited for that. And with that, I'm going to need to decorate it. And that's just something I'm really looking forward to. So I have a desk already pre-planned out at the bottom with the dimensions. I think the one thing that I'm really looking forward to moving out with is having my own space. So being able to organize things the way that I want, just being able to relax and have a bit more independence. Another thing that I saw when looking at what you need to do when moving out is having a box list. So this is something that I did when I was prepping to move out for university. I labeled all my boxes. I had a list of what was going in them. So I knew it was a must for this particular journal since there's a lot more rooms to go into than just a university dorm. So on the side here, I'm labeling exactly what that box is going to be called, the location it's going to go in. So let's say the kitchen or maybe the basement, and then the items that are in that box. And so here I've left a lot of room to write out things, and I've left even an extra page to write in more boxes if I need it in the end. Okay, so moving on just to our very last spread is an items purchased list. So while we're going through things, my girlfriend and I are going to be splitting the cost. So just whoever purchases it, we're gonna write it down, what that item was, how much it cost, and then just a few little details about it. So recently we went to this auction house, and I suggest if you are shopping on a budget, which we are, go to places like secondhand stores or discounted stores, and you're able to find really good deals for cheaper. So we ended up getting a set of serving dishes for $15, and we looked it up online, and originally it was $50. So if you can do some smart buying, I would suggest going for that as well. But this is also going to help us keep track of exactly what we're missing. In the very first video that I showed you guys, I ended up writing a master list of things that we wanted. So from that first video and the first section within my journal, I'm going to be able to check off the items that I want. So let's say we needed a microwave, which we already have one, but just go with me here. If we needed a microwave and I saw that was on my list, I could put my new microwave item purchased down here, who purchased it, the date we did it, and then how much it actually cost. Really helps for organizing, and you'll see later on that these spreads intermingle with each other really well from that very first video that I showed you to this one. But that's really it. Here is just a flip through of what we did today in the journal and laying out how to successfully move out. If you guys do have any suggestions though on how to move out, you might be more pro than I am since this is my first bigger move. I would love to hear your suggestions down in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you to Emmy for leaving a lovely comment on my video last week. And if you would like a shout out of your own, make sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment down below. It really does help support my channel to grow. And if you have any suggestions, as always, leave them down in the comments. I'd love to make videos that you'd like to see. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.